Good morning students. Today we are discussing about Young's double slit experiment, in that fringe width or bandwidth. In our yesterday class we have discussed Young's double slit experiment and how the fringe pattern will be formed and what is the reason behind to form the bright bands and dark bands. So all those things are discussed very well in our previous class. If anybody was not seeing our previous video, I can provide the link in this description, so please watch it. And now let us see fringe width or bandwidth of the fringe pattern. At first, fringe width or bandwidth. The difference between two successive bright bands or the two successive dark bands is called fringe width. This is denoted by the letter beta. Here this is the diagram to find the fringe width or bandwidth of the fringe pattern. So here it is the source. These are the screen having the slit S1 and S2, and this is the screen which was observed the fringe pattern. So here the light waves emerges from the slit and it can be spread towards the screen which is shown in figure, and it can be entered into these two slits and it can be moves towards the screen. In this gap they can be overlapped to each other, that is superposition of the waves. So due to this the interference will be occurs and the fringe pattern will be formed. Here the S1 and S2 are the equidistant from the source S. The distance between S1 and S2 it is small d, and here the path difference is nothing but delta, whereas S12 the wave should be incident at point P and S22 wave should be incident on the point P. So then the difference with the path difference it is nothing but delta as shown in figure. Consider a point P on the screen, then the trough of the wave from S1 overlaps the trough of the wave from S2, so then it will be forms bright band. And similarly the crest of the wave S1 will be overlapped the trough of the wave S2, so then it will be forms dark band. In this way the dark band and bright band will be formed alternatively. So here if any two successive bright bands are having some distance and also if any two successive dark bands are having some distance, so the gap between two successive bright bands or the dark bands is called bandwidth. Now for the bright band at point P, if the path difference delta it is equal d sin theta, it is equal n lambda. So this was already expressed in our previous class. So here what is delta? Delta is the path difference, whereas from this triangle we can write down delta is the opposite side of the theta, so then we can written as sin theta it is equal to delta by opposite by hypotenuse, that is d. So therefore delta is equal d sin theta. We can write delta is equal d sin theta, it is equal n lambda. So here if angle theta is very small, if theta is small, then sin theta or it is tan theta equal to theta. So let us write the value of tan theta from this triangle, this right angle triangle. So we can write tan theta it is equal opposite by adjacent. So opposite of the theta it is x and adjacent of the theta that is nothing but distance between two screens, that is capital D. So it is x by d. So it can be written as theta it is equal x by d. So let's simply we can substitute where it is d into sin theta, it is nothing but theta it is equal x by d, it is equal n lambda, where x it is equal n lambda d by small d. So this is the position of the fringes formed for the bright bands. So whereas if n is equal to 1, then the band x1 it is equal to lambda d by small d. If n is equal to 2, then x2 it is equal to 2 lambda d by small d. So here these are the two bright bands, that is x1 band and x2 band. So here now we have to determine the bandwidth. So what is bandwidth? The distance between two successive dark bands or two successive bright bands. So here these are the two successive bright bands. So then we have to find the bandwidth. Therefore bandwidth delta x it is equal x2 minus x1, it is equal 2 lambda d by d minus lambda d by d. It is equal nothing but beta, that is lambda d by d. So this is the bandwidth between the distance between two successive bright bands. So it will be given to us the width of the dark band. Width of the dark band. Similarly, separation between dark bands. Separation between dark bands. So that is delta it is equal to d sin theta, it is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. So this is also expressed in our previous class. So here, whereas if theta is equal to small, so then we can written as sin theta it is equal to tan theta, it will be equal to theta. So whereas tan theta or theta should be written as x by capital D. So then d into x by d it is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. Whereas x is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda capital D by 2d. So this is the position of the dark band which was formed in the screen. So here we have to find out the two dark bands where is n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. If n is equal to 1, then x1 is equal, we can written as 3 lambda d by 2d. If n is equal to x2 is equal 5 lambda d by 2d. Therefore the bandwidth delta x is equal to x2 minus x1, it is equal to beta, it is equal 5 lambda d by 2d minus 3 lambda d by 2d. So it can be written as 2 lambda d by 2d. So that is equal lambda d by small d. So whereas beta. So this is the difference between two successive dark bands. It will be given to us the width of the bright band. Width of the bright band. So now the question it is, what is the bandwidth between bright band and dark band? So guess what is it? How much it is? Here this is the bright band and this is the dark band. Bright band, dark band. So here the distance between any two successive bright bands gives us the width of the dark band, that is nothing but lambda d by d. And also the distance between two successive dark bands, so it can be gives us the width of the bright band, that is also lambda d by d. So here now what is the width of the, what is the distance between bright band and dark band? So here lambda d by d minus lambda d by d, it is equal to 0. So the distance between one bright band and alternative dark band will be equal to 0.